Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. So, today on tap, we have Richard Russell, also known as the Sky King. So, I'm not sure when this was, it was years ago, but an employee at an airport in Seattle basically he stole a jumbo jet. There was no passengers. He stole a jumbo jet because he always wanted to fly one, basically. And it's a crazy story. He was basically the first human ever to pull off a barrel roll in a jumbo jet, which is insane. And they say he came so close to the water when he did it. It's crazy. But his story always it was always interesting to me. So I figure we'll go over his story today. So let's get started.
And crashed it just outside Seattle.
We've learned that tomorrow, the FBI is expected to begin their investigation at Horizon. Workers have been briefed that agents will be recreating the scene there, trying to piece together what took place on the ground before Russell maneuvered the plane into the air.
It was a night when Western Washington was transfixed to the sky.
What the hell is this guy doing?
People caught off guard brought out their cell phones and recorded a low-flying plane. The plane flying loops.
A ground crewman with Horizon, I guess.
As websites recorded air traffic controllers trying to figure out who was flying the plane and how to get him to land.
Man, I'm sorry about this. I hope this doesn't ruin your day.
Just flying the plane around, you seem comfortable with that?
Oh, hell yeah, it's a blast, man. I played video games before, so I know what I'm doing a little bit.
Richard Russell, 28 years old, was a ramp agent for Horizon.
He said, I played video games before. I know what I'm doing. Supposedly he was talking about that game. It's called like Microsoft Flight Simulator or something like that. He literally learned how to fly a plane on a Xbox game. It's crazy.
Air, part of Alaska Airlines. One thing the FBI gives us is a timeline. At 7:15 that night, he arrives with a tow vehicle at Cargo 1 at the far north end of the airfield. 7:19, he climbs inside the Horizon Air Q400 and starts it 3 minutes later. 7:27, he exits the running plane and uses that tow vehicle to turn the plane toward the runways. A minute later, he's back inside. At 7:32, the aircraft begins to move. And air traffic controllers quickly realize something's wrong, demanding that the pilot of the plane, also known as a Dash 8, respond.
Move the aircraft on runway 16 center.
He's flying out of the
Yeah, we're showing the story of a man named Richard Russell. He was known as the Sky King. He basically stole a jumbo jet because he wanted to take one out for a flight. It's a pretty crazy story. It was always interesting to me, so I'm going over it.
The cargo area. You need to call and scramble now.
In 1 minute, the Q4.
He's the only human in history ever to pull off a barrel roll in a jumbo jet. That's insane. He literally attempted a barrel roll and he pulled it off over the ocean. He's the only pilot ever in history to do that. Supposedly, most of the engineers, they thought it was impossible to do a barrel roll in a jumbo jet. But, it looks like he proved them wrong.
400 is in the air. And there's more of the conversations with air traffic controllers. Russell talking about his amazing flight. Then an hour and 13 minutes after he takes off, he crashes it on sparsely populated Ketron Island. The FBI says the crash was deliberate, saying, quote, if the pilot had wanted to avoid impact with the ground, he had time and energy to pull the column back, raise the nose, and initiate a climb. Instead, the column remained in a position forward of neutral and moved forward about 6 seconds prior to the end of the FDR.
Yeah, he went out to the island because he knew there was nobody out there, and he didn't want to hurt anybody else, I guess. So he went out to an island that there's hardly anyone out there.
Data, referring to the flight data recorder. It is the FBI's job to look at crimes, and investigators conclude.
Yeah, I'd seen this story a few years ago, and it was always interesting to me, so I was just covering it. But I just got back from that Sonic 3 with my nephew. That was ended up being a really good movie. I was actually kind of surprised.
Russell had no help there were no co-conspirators. But what we don't know is how this night started out. What was his state of mind? Was this a joyride, certain to end in jail, or one final exhilarating ride before taking his own life?
Good evening.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it. I don't want to spoil nothing if people haven't seen it, but I highly recommend the new Sonic 3. It was really good.
My name is Mike Matthews, a friend of the family. The family has asked me to read this prepared statement. On behalf of the
Jared said, I'm uploading a vid about Israel and Palestine right now. Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I'll check it out later for sure.
family, we are stunned and heartbroken. It may seem difficult for those watching at home to believe, but Bebo was a warm, compassionate
Yeah, I know that should be a really interesting video, Jared. I'm definitely going to check that out.
man. It is impossible to encompass who he was in a press release. He was a faithful husband, a loving son, and a good friend. A childhood friend remarked that Bebo was loved by everyone because he was kind and gentle to each person he met. This is a complete shock to us. We are devastated by these events, and Jesus is truly the only one holding this family together right now. Without him, we would be hopeless.
Yeah, on the side note, that whole Israel, the whole Israel-Palestine thing is, man. I mean, it sucks on both sides. You got people dying on both sides, but I mean, as a Christian, I stand with Israel. There's God's chosen people. We have to. It's disgusting. Channels like Toronto Mike saying that Israel doesn't have the right to exist. That's so insane to me. I really don't get it. He's saying God's chosen people don't have the right to exist. Like, how wicked is that? That's so wicked.
As the voice recordings show, Bebo's intent was not to harm anyone. He was right in saying that there are so many people who have loved him. We would like to thank the authorities who have been both helpful and respectful, Alaska Air for their resources, the community, his friends and his family for their incredible support and compassion, and Jesus, whose steadfast love endures. We'd also like to thank the media for their sensitivity and acknowledging this as the only statement that will be released by the family. And we request that we now be given space to mourn. At this time, the family is moving forward with the difficult task of processing our grief. We appreciate your prayers.
I mean, he sounds like a really nice guy. We're going to play the full audio next. He sounded like he was a really, like, down-to-earth, like, really nice guy. This sounds like he wanted to fly a plane. I don't know. Who knows?
Thank you, the family of Bebo Russell.
May we ask?
Thank you. No, I'm sorry. No questions this evening. Thank you.
But that was always crazy to me. He literally taught himself to fly a real plane on a Xbox game called Microsoft Simulator, Flight Simulator. That's insane. I guess the game is that realistic. You literally are learning how to fly, like how you would really fly a plane or helicopter or whatever. That's just crazy. He learned how to fly that from a video game.
Everyone standing by for the.
I played that Flight Simulator on Xbox. It's super, super realistic. Like, super realistic. You can fly over your own city and check out like your town and stuff. It's a pretty crazy game.
Archer, just hold on with me for a second. Here's your. Right, 070. Approach welcome, final runway 16 right. Welcome.
Man, I'm a ground service agent. I don't know what that is.
Clear to Portland, Seattle 6 is filed at the 7017.
Yeah, for visual, 416 right, that's not the run.
Started up and get it to go. Took a couple hours, I guess. But, yeah, I wouldn't know how to land it. I wasn't really planning on landing it.
99 via Bravo over to Mansfield, the opposite sent off. Knows how to fly one of those aircraft, but we'll see what we can do and get you in contact with somebody.
Alrighty, yeah, I just kind of want to do a couple maneuvers, see what it can do before I put her down, you know?
Departure Boeing 464.
He said, I just want to do a couple maneuvers to see what it can do. Wow.
Yeah. And so I can reach out to you a little easier.
A little bit.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Sorry, my mic came off. I threw up a little bit. Hold on. Shoot. Man, I'm sorry about this. I hope this doesn't ruin your day.
22, cross rail.
I imagine he threw up. Those nerves probably hit him once he got up there and realized, like, oh, man, I'm really doing this. But you see right there how he sounded like a really nice guy. He's apologizing and sorry if this is too much trouble for you guys. And he seemed like a really nice guy.
6 left contact. Just flying the plane around, you seem comfortable with that?
Oh, hell yeah, it's a blast, man. I played video games before, so I know what I'm doing a little bit.
Okay, and you can see all the terrain around you. You've got no issue with visibility or anything?
Nah, everything's peachy clean. Just did a little circle around Rainier. It's beautiful. I think I got some gas to go check out the Olympics.
Mount Rainier's up in Washington State on the West Coast.
And, yeah.
Okay, and Rich, do you know, are you able to tell what altitude you're at?
Only 16 left to contact tower for your landing clearance.
I threw up all inside of it. It's bad.
You'll be released when you taxi out.
American 600.
Fast to join. I was thinking about it, and then probably a good thing I didn't.
494.
Mexico 494, Monitor Tower 1.
Tower, come sit there, join up.
Yeah, that's all mumbo jumbo. I have no idea what all that means. I wouldn't know how to.
I'm surprised they never made a movie out of this. I always figured a movie would be coming from this. But I think this was at least like 10 plus years ago. I remember hearing about it a long time ago. I always figured a movie would be coming for this incident.
Punch it in. I'm off autopilot.
Okay, see ya. Make a right turn on Bravo.
5,500. Get me to the jets.
No, I'm not taking you to any jets. I'm actually keeping you away from aircraft that are trying to land at SeaTac.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't want to screw with that. I'm glad you're not, screwing up everyone else's day. On account of me.
All the traffic in front of you, make the daisy chain up around onto Alpha. We're going to keep people clear this runway for 446. Can we just shut down?
I'm down to 2,100. I started like 30 something. 100 pounds of fuel.
Rich, you said you're at 2,100 pounds of fuel left?
I don't know what the burnout is like on takeoff, but yeah, it's burned quite a bit faster than I expected.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We have the fuel inside.
There is the
He said it's burning quite a bit faster than I expected. That's so crazy. Makes you wonder what people go through that they would go to this much far of an extent. It's just crazy to me. I mean, it's fascinating at like a psychological aspect. I've always been into like what people think, like when they do stuff like this. I've always been into that aspect of things. I don't know. It's just fascinating to me how people think.
The runway just off your right side in about a mile. Do you see that? That's McCord Field.
Oh man, those guys would rough me up if I tried landing there. I think I might mess something up there too. I wouldn't want to do that. Hopefully. Oh, they probably got anti-aircraft.
No, they don't have any of that stuff. We're just trying to find a place for you to
Said anti-aircraft. They probably really do though.
land safely.
Yeah, not quite ready to bring it down just yet, but holy smokes, I gotta stop looking at the fuel because it's going down quick.
Okay, Rich, if you could you start a left-hand turn, and we'll take you down to the southeast, please.
This is probably like jail time for life, huh? I mean, I would hope it is for a guy like me.
Well, Rich, we're not going to worry or think about that, but could you start a left-hand turn, please?
2, Horizon 2625.
92, thank you. And he's going to try and help you out here a little bit, okay? 9-0. Roger, landing a 070.
Yeah, it almost sounds like he was thinking about actually trying to land it somewhere, and then he probably sounds like he realized, like, I'm probably going to go to prison for life if I land this thing. Man.
And I think you might have some questions. Rich, I've got a pilot on with us, and if you got any questions, you can ask him now.
Hey, well, first off, you're a little breaking up a bit. Maybe I'm too far away. What's the distance on this frequency?
5261 heavy, Roger. Might be a little bit before speed's just fine for now, thanks. Well, this.
You are very calm, collect, poised.
Seen on runway 16 center.
Okay, crossing 16 center, hold short 16 left, Alaska 589.
0, descending me like that in about 2 to 3 miles. 400 apparently is a grounds crewman with Horizon, I guess. And
Okay.
Yeah, he was a ground crewman for the airport there in Seattle. That's how he was able to take the plane. He literally just walked right up to it, jumped in, and took off because he worked there.
right now he's just flying around, and he just needs some help controlling his aircraft.
Very good.
Nah, I mean,
You know, that pilot that heard that was probably thinking, like, what? Is this a joke? He had to think this is a joke at first. I would. I'd be like, you guys are messing with me. Wow.
I don't need that much help. I played some video games before. I would like to figure out how to get this cabin altitude. Like, I know where the box is. I would like to get some, make it pressurized or something so I'm not so lightheaded.
Rich, what's your altitude?
Cross 1600, cross 16 left, contact ground, come 6.
I don't know a whole lot about planes, but I would imagine that's probably why he's dumping fuel so fast, too. If he never pressurized the cabin, that's probably making the fuel run like crazy.
Get going. Alaska 430. Do you know how long it's going to be? No idea? We have no idea right now. So if you just hold on Alpha, all those aircraft were in sequence, so we'll get you going as soon as we know. Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about the autopilot. I'm just kind of hand flying right now.
Okay, do you know how fast you're going?
That's the hold behind Jet. That's 2021.
Minimum wage. We'll chalk it up to that. Maybe that'll grease the gears a little bit with the higher up. Maybe.
He said minimum wage. We'll chalk it up to that. That's wow. He's trying to get all of his friends some raise, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 252. Good day.
I think I lost you behind some hills a little bit. I'm coming back, though.
718, I believe so. Still working on an issue. I don't really have an estimate on how long that may be. Okay, thank you. Of 16 left, American 7, Alaska 691.
Damn it, Andrew! People's lives are at stake here.
Now, Rich, don't say stuff like that.
Nah, I didn't told you. I don't want to hear no one. I just want you to whisper sweet nothings into my ear.
And 600, Roger. It's going to be a while before we can get into cargo 511.
That'd be better than trying to land it. Like, I know how to put the landing gear down.
7,000. Expect flight level 410.
Put your power at probably 50%. That'd be the two top gauges right in the center on that glass display there. And then press, tell me, do your power at 50% or tell me what you got.
Yeah, I got it like flight idle.
Well, that's too slow. Bring it up to like 50.
80 of you, Bravo Rams, have this 20
Visual 16 right.
67. Right now. All right, no problem. Yeah, because I just want to know if we can, do a water service for the passengers back here. 4,000, so straight in. Actually, at or about 3,000, advised field and test.
Their side on the bottom, it says HDG, and it's got a little blue M on it. You can crank that around, and you know what, tell you what, let's just do this. Push, you see the HDG button right by that little thumb wheel?
I'm actually surprised they didn't put some jets on him and think about shooting him down, especially after like 9/11. Yeah, that was actually really surprising to me when I watched this the first time that they didn't scramble some fighter jets on him.
On Papa Cross 16 Center Cross 1. What's all the airplanes doing on Alpha? It's going to maintain 8,000. Cross 420.
No, you can do that with these things. What would, if you were to do it, how would you do it?
Yeah, I don't know why they cut it out right there, but that's when he just said he wants to attempt a barrel roll, and he's asking them if it's even possible.
Well, I'd try to figure out how to use the autopilot first.
On the Roger text spot, 88 via Bravo, Connect range. 8810 over ramp at 2257.
Not concentrate so much on flying the airplane.
Hey, you think if I land this successfully, Alaska will give me a job as a pilot?
I think they would give you a job of doing anything if you could pull this off.
Yeah, after you go to prison for about 20 years. Man. If I remember right, I think they actually did scramble a jet on him. And I think I remember there is footage of him actually doing the barrel roll in the jumbo jet. I hope they show it on here. But now that I remember, they had to have scrambled a jet on him because I don't know how they caught that footage.
Nah, I'm a white guy, eh?
It's 3 maintain 120 4 better to a 5 mile final contact point down now, 120.6. Okay, we'll do that with Steven. We're going to go to the top. Talking to that aircraft at this time. If they need your assistance, I will let you know, but they're talking to that aircraft right now. Roger. 20 some moments.
Yeah, you do you, man. Hey, FAA guy, Andrew, you on?
Yeah, I'm still here, Rich. So now maintain 10,000, please. Sorry.
Bad, but kind of not either.
0,000.
If you wanted to land, probably the best bet is that runway just ahead and to your left. Again, that's McCord Field. If you wanted to try, that might be the best way to set up and see if you can land there. Or just like the pilot suggests, another option would be over Puget Sound into the water.
Dang, did you talk to McCord yet? Because I don't think I'd be happy with you telling me I could land like that, because I could mess some stuff up.
Well, Rich, I already talked to him, and just like me, what we want to see is you not get hurt or anybody else get hurt. So like I said, if you want to try to land, that's probably the best place to go.
Hey, I want the coordinates of that orca with the mama orca with the baby. I want to go see that guy.
He's trying to get coordinates to go see an orca. He had a good sense of humor, at least. I mean, he sounded like a really nice guy. That's what sucks about this.
5 runway 16 strike for the land.
Behind you, there's another aircraft. Would you be willing to talk to them if they're on the frequency and maybe they can help you land? 6. Let me check for you. Hang on. That's right. It's up to you guys that we got one going.
Yeah, see, like right there, I'm pretty sure that's real footage of him flying right there. There was different spots where they caught real footage of him, and I'm pretty sure this was real footage right here.
Just in case. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, real footage.
Back.
Yeah, I'm a genius. All I had to do is read right here, real footage.
Water. Hey, what's that airport right there behind me? Like to my left.
Okay, Rich, well, first of all, we just need you to keep flying the aircraft. So if you could just stay there and keep flying the aircraft. The airport you just passed over on your left, that's the Tacoma Narrows Airport. I mean, that's also an option if you wanted to try going there. But like I said earlier, McCord, that's a bigger runway if you wanted to try to land there. 446, we're going to go ahead and shut down. Okay, so if you wanted to try going there.
That might have been the barrel roll.
Rich,
right
well,
there.
first of all, we just need you to keep flying the.
I think this was him doing the barrel roll. They say he came so close to the water, he was only like 3 or 4 feet off the top of the water when he pulled it off.
Aircraft. So if you could just stay there and keep flying the aircraft. The airport you just passed over on your left, that's the Tacoma Narrows Airport. I mean, that's also an option if you wanted to try going there. But like I said earlier, McCord, that's a bigger runway if you wanted to try to land there.
Yeah, you can see how close he came to the water, but Yeah, first human in history ever to successfully pull off a barrel roll in a jumbo jet. That's insane. Literally, the engineers thought it wasn't even possible before that. They thought it would basically, the plane would rip in half or something. They thought it wasn't possible to pull that maneuver off in that plane. Leave it to a guy who trained himself on Xbox. Wow. That's usually how things tend to work out.
There. 446, we're going to go ahead and shut down. Okay.
Oh, that's disgusting. 1 sec.
Hey, Rich, this is Captain Bill here. We're still listening. My airplane's doing just fine. How's yours?
935 left to November, hold short of runway 1.
Like I said, it would be a better option, I think, if you tried to land it or even land it on the water.
Yeah. Hey, is that pilot on? I want to know what this weather's going to be like in the Olympics.
If you can see the Olympics, the weather's good. I can see the Olympics through my window, and it looks pretty good over there.
All right, because I hit some, felt like turbulence around right near, but there was no clouds hardly.
That's just the wind blowing over all the bumpy surfaces there.
What the hell? Holy shit! Oh my god! What is happening right
Sorry for the bad language, guys. I didn't know that was coming.
now?
My phone, you got it?
Yes.
It's a fucking Alaska Airlines Q400. What the
Yeah, I think this is right before he crashes right here.
fuck is he doing over here?
Sorry for the language, guys. I try not to have language like that on my channel, but right there, I can't. I mean, I guess I could have watched the whole video before and made sure there wasn't any cussing, but yeah, it happens from time to time. My apologies.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's not cool. He's looking for somewhere to fucking land. I don't know. That he should never be that low over here.
No.
That's an Alaska Airlines flight.
Holy crap. Where is he going?
Where-
Secondly, because of the way it looked when he was going over the garage, it looked like
Where's he
was
going?
crashing.
Go get the truck keys and get my wallet.
I got a lot of people that care about me, and
Yeah, and then he basically decided to go out to an island that nobody lived at and landed in the woods, basically, because he didn't want to hurt anybody else when he landed it.
it's going to disappoint them to hear that I did this. I would like to apologize to each and every one of them. Just a broken guy. Got a few screws loose, I guess. Never really knew it until now.
He said never really knew it till now. So it sounds like he didn't plan on taking that plane. Sounds like it was just he just did it. That's what I get out of what he just now said. I don't think he planned it out. I think he just saw an opportunity and went for it. But yeah, it's sad. He seemed like a really nice kid or guy. I don't know how old he was, but that's just unfortunate. Well, I mean, I guess at least he went out and tried to land on the island away from people, even though obviously you see trees everywhere, and that was probably the worst place he could have tried to land it. But at least he didn't try to land it where it was like a populated area. I mean, I'll give him that, I guess. Yeah, who knows? Maybe one day they will make a movie about this. It wouldn't surprise me. I'd watch that movie. I'd definitely watch it. I imagine that was quite a shock to his family too, because from what it sounded like, it was just like an impulsive thing he did based on how he said, I guess I got a couple of screws loose, but I didn't really find out till right now. So I imagine it was a shock for his family and everything. R.I.P. Richard Russell. They call him the Sky King. Yeah, that story always just fascinated me, and I'm sure probably a lot of people never heard about that story. So I figured I'd bring it to you guys real quick, get in a quick live. I'd been off for a few days, taking care of some family stuff. But yeah, I figured I'd just jump on, do a quick live real quick, and bring you guys the story of Richard Russell, the Sky King. I mean, he seemed like a good guy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. I just want to bring you a quick one because I hadn't done one in a few days, and I got a little bit of work to do out here. I hear I'm out here struggling trying to put these heavy door things on, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I might come back tonight and do something. I got a live coming up on television programming. If you split it up, television programming. So basically, a live on those like TV shows and movies and stuff program us basically subconsciously without us knowing it. And then I have a frequency live coming up about different frequencies and different effects they can have on our brain. In this study, this Japanese scientist did with water, it was an amazing study. He found out when he introduced different sound to the water, it would form different like shapes of crystals in the water. It's pretty fascinating. But basically, that showed him that different frequencies have different effects on the human body. So we got those two lives coming up. I got a ton of stuff on my watch later list. Maybe tonight I'll just do a show on my watch later list, and people can call in and stuff if they want. But yeah, I'll schedule it here in a little bit either way. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, guys. I just wanted to bring you this quick story, like I said, of Richard Russell. All right, guys. God bless. I'll catch you on the next one.